So we talked before about how the ultimate goal of this course is for you to learn how to get your body to open up, where I'm able to release tension and I'm moving with this sense of length and space. My body is open. And when your body is open versus being, say, guarded or restricted or held, I'm bracing myself for impact. And notice the change in my posture, even as I say those things. As I'm guarding and bracing, I'm constricting in like this, versus like when I'm relaxed and open, this is a more vulnerable position, but this is a position that you can express yourself even more efficiently through movement when I can be open like this. One thing that tends to stand in the way for a lot of people in achieving this more open-hearted posture and just open body in general is happening in our minds. And there's, I don't want to say this is controversial, but maybe it's just something that people haven't thought a lot about before, is the way that our thinking impacts the way that our body holds tension or not. So when we have a thought that we're not safe, that what if I fall right now? I don't like him or her. Like, the first thing that happens there is our breath starts to get tight. So when you start breathing high and tight, and you're going to hear a lot about this over the course of this module, we'll talk about breathing high and tight versus breathing low and slow. And I want you to experiment with this a little bit, or maybe just start recalling some memories of when you're angry, frustrated, scared, nervous, any of those feelings. The first thing that happens is I'm gonna breathe faster and higher and tighter up in my chest. And as I start to breathe high and tight, I might start talking faster like this. My hands might start getting sweaty. My shoulders start rising up. I'm holding more tension this way. And again, from this position, am I likely to be able to express myself genuinely via easy movement? Like, probably not. And so developing for yourself this superpower ability to recognize that brain state of, oh, I'm uptight right now. I'm anxious right now. I'm nervous right now. I'm mad right now. And being able to recognize that, and then intentionally, consciously switching your breath so that you're breathing lower and slower. And then note the change in state. And you have the ability to do this at any time, absolutely anywhere. It's completely free. You just breathe low and slow, and then note what is happening in your head. Like, oh, I'm able to think more clearly. I might become more creative. I can solve my problems better. And so my challenge to you here is to really think about how you might be limiting yourself by, like, without knowing it. It's a subconscious thing, or it's something maybe you just haven't really considered before. But the way that we limit ourselves by having a closed mind, and again, this could be a bit of a controversial statement, but people who seem like they already know. I already know everything. If you already know everything, the chances of you having an open mind and able to like learn new information goes down drastically. And what I would say is that people who are closed-minded and think that they know everything already are likely not breathing low and slow. Because when we do breathe low and slow, our mind tends to open, and we tend to be more receptive to new ideas, new ways of doing things. Maybe that's a different way. And you can approach that with a sense of curiosity. I wonder if there's anything to that. Let me try it and learn for myself. And so if and when throughout this course, you find yourself having, feeling a bit of resistance, or thinking like, that's dumb, I don't want to do that, make a note of how you're breathing in that time. And then intentionally, consciously shift it down, low and slow. Decide, maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something to that. I wonder what I can learn. And you decide to open up your mind and hear what it is and try it, approach it with curiosity. What you very well might find is that that is the path to getting your body to open. The two are so closely linked that if we went through this course and I didn't talk about the way that you're thinking about things, the way that you're breathing, and I only suggested that you only do the body exercises, you would be missing out on some of the key benefits of this. And you would also likely be missing out on your ability to access it at like pretty much any time. Because what'll happen is as you start gaining awareness of like, okay, I'm moving this way, I feel some extra tension, what's my next move? If and when you're not breathing well, you won't be able to figure that out. You'll be like, I don't know, just keep going. Right? And that's how we end up with injuries commonly. But if instead you're like, I recognize now, I'm aware that I'm moving with a bunch of extra tension and I'm still holding on to that argument I had with my coworker today. And oh, I'm breathing high and tight. And that is very likely impacting the way that my hips are moving right now. Like, oh, we see the whole big picture. Because at the end of the day, everything is connected. And so your open mind is connected to your open body. If you want an open body, I will challenge you to open your mind. And the quickest, easiest way to do that is to intentionally use your breath. Breathing low and slow, shifting that, making that a normal pattern. And note how much better you feel.